So yeah, we are in the orb of influence of what we like to call the eclipse portal or the eclipse season. So I am filming this video on Friday, October 6th, and we've got the new moon solar eclipse in Libra on October 14th, and then a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus on October 28th. So what does it mean when we have eclipses? What are eclipses all about? Well, it represents really big life changes. They're very auspicious and fated times when we have eclipses, whether they're new moons or full moons. There's doors closing and new ones opening in our lives on the personal level and also in the collective on the world stage. So a lot of really big events in life tend to happen around eclipses. Breakups, new relationships starting, weddings, new jobs, ending an old job, deaths, births. A lot of these things happen around eclipses or on eclipses, which is very, very interesting. So if we think about it from even just the astronomical perspective, eclipses are a really big freaking deal because it's one of the biggest events, if not the biggest event that can happen between the relationship of the Earth, moon, and the sun. So when we've got a new moon eclipse happening, which is what we're going to have on October 14th, this is when the moon passes between the Earth and the sun, and the moon's shadow gets casted upon the Earth in the places of visibility where the eclipse will be visible, which we're going to talk about. So it is very important astrologically to see where these eclipses, or where this eclipse, because I'm just going to talk about the October 14th one in this video, and then I'll make another video for the next one on October 28th. It's very important to see where these eclipses activate in your chart, as these are highlighted areas of life for not just on the day of the eclipse or the eclipse season, but for the whole next 6 months until our next eclipse season. So you're going to want to look at in your birth chart where you have 21 degrees of Libra, okay, because this is the sign and the degree that the eclipse is happening in. If you have any planets exactly at 21 degrees of Libra or within 5 degrees before or after 21 degrees of Libra, you're going to feel this eclipse very intensely in the areas of life that that planet rules in astrology. If you are a Libra, you're going to be feeling this very intensely, as well as all of the other cardinal signs, and Aries, the opposite sign to Libra. So that's who's going to be feeling it the most intensely, but we're all going to be experiencing this eclipse. And we're going to talk about where this is going to be activating for all of us. So you do want to look at, even if you don't have any planets in Libra or on or around 21 degrees of Libra, you want to see where 21 degrees of Libra falls in what house. So in this chart that I have up, 21 degrees of Libra falls in the 10th house. So for now and the whole next 6 months, if I was looking at someone's personal chart and this eclipse fell in the 10th house, then the areas of life that the 10th house rule, which is Capricorn, would be very highlighted for now and the next 6 months. So let me know if that makes sense, you guys, because that is very important to know and integrate into our lives. One of the biggest things in astrology, in current transit astrology, is understanding where eclipses are activating in your chart, because they are the current highlighted areas of your life. Very, very, very important. So we are in the eclipse season now at the start of October when I'm filming this video, and we will be in it really all the way until the middle of November, about, I would say, 2 weeks after that last eclipse, October 28th. So, okay, what's really interesting about this eclipse season is it is a precursor to the Great North American Eclipse that we're going to be having on April 8th, 2024. And you can see on the screen here, this is showing the paths of visibility for both the October 14th eclipse, which we're going to talk about that path of visibility on this current eclipse, because it's really, really interesting, the areas getting activated there. And then we're going to have an eclipse April 8th, 2024, which is going to be called the Great North American Eclipse. Why? Because that eclipse, you guys are going to want to mark your calendars for this, April 8th, 2024, is going to be 100% visible through parts of Mexico, United States, and Canada. So all of North America. This is a really big deal that I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure happens around only every 500 years. So this is a very big deal. And check this out, you guys. These two eclipses, the one we're about to have October 14th and the one Great North American Eclipse on April 8th, 2024, they make a bullseye. They make a crossing right in Texas. So one of the most important things when it comes to eclipses is not just to look at the aspects of, okay, what's the sign it's in and the degree it's in and all the astrological aspects, but to actually look at the path of visibility to see where that's going to be on the planet, where you will 100% be able to see the eclipse, because these are going to be the areas on the planet the most affected and activated by the eclipses. So Texas, y'all out there in Texas, you are in a hot spot. You are in a bullseye. Interesting that this bullseye is very close to the border. Okay. And we do have like a bit of, border crisis drama going on around there, but I feel like that's not the only thing. Texas is going to be super highlighted, huge events happening in Texas over the next year. So if you live in Texas or you're going to be visiting Texas, you've got front row seats to events that are going to be going down in history and known throughout time over the course of the whole next year. This eclipse season, the next eclipse season, the whole next year. So really, really interesting. Okay, so both of these eclipses, the one October 14th and October 28th, are ruled by Venus because they're in the signs of Libra and Taurus. So for the whole eclipse season, Venusian aspects of life are very highlighted and apparent, what does Venus rule in life? Love, relationships, beauty, fashion, the fashion industry, the makeup industry, our values, things of physical resources, and the money and financial system. So we can be having really big changes personally in those areas and collectively in those areas on the world stage. Things can be revealed about those areas of life big time. So interesting that both of these eclipses are ruled by Venus. Another thing I want to mention about the path of visibility, in particular for the October 14th eclipse, and I'm going to play a little video here for us to see as I'm talking about this. This is a video showing the 100% path of visibility. So it's going to be visible starting over Oregon, then go into Nevada, and then going into the area of the Four Corners, which this is really, really interesting. The Four Corners of the United States of America has a conglomeration of so many, like, check this out. I'm just going to pause this video so you guys can see. Sorry. There we go. And I'm going to pause it. There are so many sacred sites in that area, you guys. I'm just going to back up a little bit for where it's right over the Four Corners. There we go. So many sacred sites are in that area of the Four Corners, and this eclipse, October 14th, is going to be completely visible, passing over it 100%. I think this is a really big deal because there's a lot of prophecy that comes out of that area from the Navajo Nation, from the Hopi Reservation, the Hopi prophecy. I think from now and for the whole next 6 months, major things are going to be revealed, or even events happen in that area or pertaining to that area, the prophecies, the ancient teachings. Very important for us truth seekers and people that are into that kind of stuff to pay attention to this area, because really big things are going to be happening. Archeological discoveries about our true Earth's history, coming out of this area. So I'm really, really excited for that. So it goes right over the four corners, which the four corners is somewhere where longitude and latitude exactly intersects on the planet. So it's like a sacred site, very positive energy place. What else is interesting? Roswell, New Mexico is right over the path of visibility too. So anything having to do with Roswell, UFO disclosure, what really went on there is going to be really highlighted now in the next 6 months. The eclipse also goes over Texas. And then the eclipse goes into Mexico. I'm just going to fast forward this a little bit here. Just bear with me 1 second, you guys. It goes over the ocean there. And then, okay, it's not going to show in this video, but it goes over the Maya lands of Mexico, down through Guatemala and into Central and South America. So the Mayans are going to be highlighted. A lot of really interesting, powerful, sacred, indigenous peoples, teachings, and sacred sites are going to be very, very highlighted. So I'm really excited what's going to come up with that. And also, this eclipse is happening at 21 degrees of Libra. So it's not just important to pay attention to the sign the eclipse is happening in, which Libra rules relationships, the beauties and pleasures of life, the fashion industry, law and justice. So those are very highlighted themes and areas of life. But 21 degrees is a Sagittarius degree. And Sagittarius rules truth, higher knowledge, the knowledge and teachings of ancient civilization, foreign places, freedom, divine protection. So with this eclipse even being at a Sagittarius degree, I think higher information, Sagittarius, is really going to be coming out now and over the next 6 months about these ancient civilizations, the prophecies that were told, you know, maybe prophecies starting to be fulfilled about, you know, in particular, the Hopi prophecy or the Mayan prophecy. So really, really interesting. More for ourselves on the personal level, this eclipse is all about our relationships. Libra rules relationships and other people. So if you are in a beautiful, positive, healthy relationship, as we're entering a new moon eclipse in Libra, that's great. That relationship is going to be going to a next level. A lot of people can be getting engaged, married, recommitted, or even more committed to relationships, upgrades in relationships. If you are someone that is in not such a great love relationship, Libra also rules business relationships and clients as well, okay? If there's any relationships that are not so positive, there's red flags, there's toxicity, it is going to be likely very dramatic. Things are going to come to the forefront pertaining to the relationship. There is going to be a lot of breakups happening around this period and a lot of things being revealed in regards to our relationship. So we do not want to turn a blind eye and just pretend that everything's okay if we're in a relationship where we're not truly happy or there's something toxic going on. Because when we get into eclipse season, it's kind of like if we're in something unhealthy like that, shit can hit the fan. Okay. So just being aware and honest with ourselves about our relationships. Okay. And it's a new moon eclipse, which represents new beginnings, new chapters. A lot of us, if we're open to it, how we can kind of work with this energy is being open to a new love relationship, if we're single, or new business relationship partners or clients. So we can be doing ceremonial work, manifestation work around our relationships, new love, new business partners, new clients, things like that. It is a perfect time for things like that. Great time if you want to put out a new business having anything to do with other people or a client base or fashion, beauty, pleasures or enjoyments of life, or anything of physical value. So those are all really, really good areas for sure. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of everything I've shared so far. I'm going to wait to get into the October 28th eclipse for my next video. I will talk about that more in the next video. And let me know what you all think. I've just done a brief, as brief as possible video because I could talk for a very long time about this, but I wanted to cover some of my main points and main predictions for this October 14th, 2023 eclipse. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And before I finish up, I just want to mention a couple things. So first of all, I do offer personal astrology consultations that are available over at maisonjupiter.com. And I've got the link below in the description of this video for that. And everyone watching the videos on my YouTube channel gets a discount code, which is all in one word, Beyond Mystic, that you can get 10% off your next reading with. And I'm currently offering 1 hour birth chart consultations, going deep into your birth chart, and also 1 hour looking at your year ahead using astrological transits. So check that out over at maisonjupiter.com if you're interested in that. And also my astrological soul sister and I, Julie, have just put out our astrology foundations course. So this is available over at beyondmystic.academy. And we're so excited about this. The course is $299, which is a really US, which is a really good value for a foundational astrology course. A lot of the other courses out there on the market are more expensive. We wanted to make this affordable because we feel like this is really important information at this time to get plugged into the astrology, our natural calendar, and time. So if you're interested in that, you can check out that over at the beyondmystic.academy. And we're going to be doing a live class every Friday from October 13th to February 9th for 4 months with a little bit of a Christmas break, going over all the basics, foundational information of Western astrology, all the 12 signs, all the planetary placements in the 12 signs, the makeup of the chart, the houses, history of astrology, all sorts of fun stuff. So yeah, check that out if you would like to learn more about astrology. We've also got an astrology community as a part of that, where you can ask questions and connect with like-minded people in the community portion. And also a workshop that Janine, Julie, and myself did on tarot and astrology connections comes for free with the Astrology Foundations course. So I think it's a really good value for what you get. And we're so excited to have it out there. And thank you so much to everyone that's already signed up. And we are so excited to start that journey with you for the Astrology Foundations course. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more magical content. My personal consultation link is below. I also have a PayPal tip jar link below if you feel like making a donation. And I love you all so much, sending so much cosmic love your way, and happy eclipse season. Bye.